Hi, everybody. It's Joshua Hayes here at BigWaveTrading.com with the September 10th stock market wrap-up for you to use on September 11th. I'm not going to show you any of our longs that we're going to take, obviously, tomorrow in video 1. But what I want to show you is this. While the uptrend has been going up, have I not been going long stocks? No, I've been going long stocks. However, have I been really happy about this rally? Not until about 5 days ago. 5 days ago, the relative strength line of the Investors Business Daily indexes started to take the lead over the regular New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ indexes. And finally started in an uptrend again. While that continues, I can now stop piddling around with small buys and small stocks and can start focusing on quality and hopefully buying a lot of stocks. But one thing I'm still missing are very nice chart patterns in these canceling quality stocks and any kind of perfect charts in speculative junk off the bottom stocks or anything like that. However, what I want to show you here is just the few stocks that I guess tell a chart maybe Don Warden has highlighted tonight. I don't keep the little note marks on my charts anymore, so I'm not sure if he's talking about these or not. But I want to show you, like, PLA is just starting to build a base, as you can see off the lows. So if these kind of stocks are going to start trying to move higher again later on, I can still easily find some nice bases. Look at MPBC coming off the bottom. Look at the Maxstream Bop, huge volume move and nice price surge today. See, that could end up leading to a very nice base. UA, that could lead to a nice base. So could LCC. And, of course, they look very strong. And whenever I flew over the Labor Day weekend, of course, obviously, it was a traveling day, but seemed quite busy, even though I'm over here in Hawaii. Seemed very, very busy. So as long as their stock's still trying to find lows that might want to try to start taking over, now I've moved it over to 2-day chart. Look at HWD, like for instance, as you can see, still well off the lows. It's a mining stock, but you can see it looks strong. Obviously, this one could end up being a perfect chart a little later on. So, while it is early, not really early, while it's not early, it's still very well could be early for a possible huge rally. Especially if we can ever get some kind of pullback. What I want to show you is like, one of my biggest only problems is that besides right here from June, July, which did not during this basing period, which was long enough, did not produce any perfect charts. We got stocks like Rhino kind of forming during them, but even that, guys, and it's not at least 15 days, and that's the minimum for a quote-quote near perfect or quote-quote perfect base. So while it was very nice, and it's been acting nice since it went up very quickly, 67%, still it was nothing perfect. And while we had stocks like Invax working, wasn't there like, golly, I wish I could remember, Vita, I think it was. Like, that was a very, very, very nice chart pattern that after working out initially, then ended up failing. Very, very, very nice chart pattern, but still just to show you how non-perfect the market was, which I keep trying to tell everybody. I've been doing this for a long time. I think I know what a perfect base looks like and what an imperfect base looks like. Some of our recent longs have been canceled quality. They are doing very, very well. Some of our new longs are still JOTB's quality, and they're doing too well. Here's the long position. I give the signal to go long. Next day, whoops, gaps up 42%, another 2%, 46% move in 2 days. That's a little too strong. But our longs are acting right. We've got the nice chart patterns. I'd like to see some better bases set up. Now, going back to like what I was showing you on the NYSE, the June-July base was long enough, did not get me enough hot charts. And then since then, in August, I got a whopping 1, 2, 3, 4 days pullback, and then another whopping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-day pullback. Guys, that is not going to be only my perfect charts. However, it keeps the market in a very strong uptrend, and that means I'm sure that there's going to be some bases that are going to sneak out down there, and then we're going to have some pretty strong breakouts. So we're still going to keep on having longs, hence the new long on 9.9, the 2 new longs on 9.8. The new long on 9.3, actually there could have been 3 longs on 9.8, but CLZR was too much. Then the ads, 2 ads on 9.9, 2 ads on 9.8, 1 ad on 9 whatever, the Tuesday, and then 9.3, another ad on TIXC. Plenty of ads, and on the 27th we even added 2 more. Had to sell 1 off, but bottom line is it's always good to keep on adding to stocks. That means that we're holding winners, and we're finding new buy positions for these winners. New York Stock Exchange, very strong volume today. Relative strength line still hitting the highs, showing you that your New York Stock Exchange index is right now your current leading index. the old leading index during the March to July uptrend that then ended in July, which hinted to me to a possible maybe pullback. Did not happen, thankfully. Well, actually, not thankfully, because then it doesn't set up any nice, huge, beautiful charts. But oh well, hit new highs. At least we're doing it in very strong volume, 2-day volume. Look at the NASDAQ. The big green bars are sticking up again finally. 1, 2, 3 big tall green bars, 2 tall red bars, but the green bars are retaking them in size, so that's good. Still, NASDAQ's not leading. The NASDAQ 100 also not leading, but still very nice, hitting new highs. S&P 500, which we always judge the market to, hitting new highs. The Dow Jones Industrial Average hitting new highs, and as long as this is happening, it's hard to argue with it. The most important thing, though, also is the leading indexes. And actually, let me see how much time I have. I actually probably want to wait to show those. Yeah, we're at only the 6-minute mark. Let me go ahead and move off to the United States dollar. This thing is ugly. As long as it's below the 50-day moving average, and as long as the 200-day moving average is in a downtrend, you definitely do not want to be long the dollar. The actual breaking point where the dollar long officially ended for me was back here in May. Since then, the dollar has been nothing but ugly, down 8%. Who knows what you have on margin with it. During that time, silver has been the best index holding up. It had a very excellent reversal day today, and that did much better than gold, which was up slightly today. Luckily, it closed higher because I do believe I did see it down, and as you can see in the intraday point, it got down to 982, which was below the 992 close, so it was down 10 points today before reversing, closed back up 5 points, so very nice to see. Very bullish on gold. I have a lot of nice metal stocks setting up, but at the same time, you have a lot of this kind of action, and even though I don't like the red bop, max red bop, I don't like the huge volume surge, look at the intraday reversal, but still, look at this arithmetic chart. Kind of upside downish V-ish, which is never a, I would say, a bullish pattern. But this way isn't really ever bullish either to have V-shaped patterns like that. So it's kind of just a mixed situation. Kind of stocks like that, you just kind of just want to step back on and not do much. Let me look at it like another one that could still be, you know, A&O. See the green. Notice how it's pulling back on low volume. See, that might be one, for instance, you want to watch. MGN also. Look at this one. Look at the max green bop. Look at the very strong accumulation. No distribution. This is the kind of stuff that I'm interested in. MGH even. Yeah, look at MGH. Notice how it's losing its max green bop, though. Never good, especially after it had that strong day. But still, as long as it holds the green bop, base is out, moves higher. Still wouldn't mind going long. There's gold. And then here's the ETFs, SLV. Look at the green bop. Look at the very strong price action. And then there's GLD. Still very strong despite those past 2 days where we saw a little bit of selling, where it actually pulled back 0.46%. Still, overall, very, very good. Let me get rid of that pennant formation it broke out of. We know it's on the upside now. Gold's going to new highs, and that's good for gold bugs like me and dollar bears. Also, let's look at the most important thing. I want to go back and show you the leading index in NYSE, up 1.16%. And as you can see right here, it was up over 2.05%, almost up 3 points. That's higher than 1.1%. So the relative strength line moves up against SP 500. Look at this now. Very nice slope of the relative strength line recently. Notice how it's moving up with the price after the entire rally from March to now came with the IBD stocks lagging the whole way. Junk off the bottom was leading. Junk off the bottom didn't set up any perfect charts. That meant we went long a lot of JOTB stocks. Still, when you only pay $1 per 100 shares, it's not that bad, and it's not that costly. It's just a lot of paperwork. But you know what? When you do what I do, and you let your winners run, and you cut your losses fast, it pays off. You just have to be active. You can't be lazy. I'm not a lazy person. There's IBD 8585. Let's look at the 100. Let's see if the relative strength lines is strong. Not as strong. Still great to see it leading. As you can see, well up over 1%. Actually, let me show you the S&P 500 since that's what we're using. You know, NYSE is leading. You can see the S&P 500 is slightly over 1%. So obviously, the 100 and the 8585 being the leader with the relative strength line, obviously, IBD indexes stocks is where it's at. And that we had 2 longs for IBD stocks. One of those longs had a pretty near great chart, bounced off the 50-day moving average, ton of volume, very clearly being accumulated. It was our 1, 2, 3, 4th buy in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. 4 buys in 9 days. 1, I'm looking on another chart. 2, 3. Oh, excuse me. 3 buys. I apologize. 3 buys in 9 days. I apologize. That's right. I did not buy that day. I just marked it, but it had low volume and yellow bop. That stock was up 4%. And the other one I bought, slightly down today. Heavier volume. Still in the upper portion. Where I got filled and where I am now, I'm only down 0.03 cents. But that is a 0.56% move. Still, it's holding in. I'm not looking to sell it yet. It'll be a sell if it closes below the 512 area.